I have noticed that these days most most things that are considered healthy, like actually healthy, like what we do, working out, doing martial arts, meditate, that's what people find cringe. And cringe is basically other word for corny. And it's kind of pissing me off. Like one day I was in school, that was like probably a year ago. Um, so we had PE class, and then we had like this little free time. We can do like whatever we want. And what happened was, I was just like, every time we get the free time, I was just punching the bag. We had like this uh, boxing bag full of gravel. So I would just take my take my wraps on. I always bring them when we have PE class because we had like free time, and I just punch the bag, kick, punch, just practicing because I'm really into like kickboxing and stuff. And I see these other guys like, oh wait, actually my friend who was like sitting on the bench thing, we also had like this machine that you can train chest with and like other muscles. He was sitting on it, like, and he called me out like, yo, come here for a second. And I'm like, okay, come up to him, and he says, yo, just stop punching the bag. This dude, like, and he points out to like 5 or 6 dudes that are just like, stand there. He said like, they're laughing at you, man. And I'm thinking like, why? Because you're punching the bag, like, you know what I'm saying? I was thinking like, yo, what a bunch of pussies. And I ignored his advice. I was just, punching the bag. And once I got tired, I just like, sat down beside the bench, and I saw them try it, and they have like the worst technique possible. That last part doesn't really matter, but I had to laugh at it. And I saw those like same kids. They go out drinking like every weekend. If I remember, those are the same, and that's considered normal. Okay, like we kind of like roll it around. We find like things like drinking, playing video games, whatever the fuck, taking drugs. We find it normal nowadays. Gambling too. We find it like normal. That's like the cool things you should do, At least for our generation, of course. And the things that are supposed to be healthy, like training martial arts or like working out or meditating. We find it like cringe, like our generation, like in general, Like I'm talking about Gen Z and Gen Alpha, probably. Even though those are the kids now, but Gen Alpha, but whatever the fuck. And I always find it cringe, like that part that they find that cringe, And I'm like thinking like, why does that happen? Like literally, oh, look at that badass feel. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. It's beautiful. And I'm kind of thinking like, I know the answer already, just like, why do people our generation, like people our age, I'm talking like young people from like kids like 10 years old to like 30 or something, find this stuff like healthy stuff like cringe. And I'm thinking like, it's internet, of course, like we always have like this there's always like now TikToks that are just making brain rot content, like all the short form short form videos, they always have something like cringe in them, then like it's normal to play video games nowadays and going out drinking. That's like what we normalize now, like. And of course it started from those companies who are making those like bad stuff in the first place, but also our society is normalizing that. Like, I think most of our teachers, like, I don't go to school anymore, but like teachers in general, like teachers, professors, I think most of them, they're depressed. And all people who go to 9 to 5, it's like, and we can't learn it we can't learn anything good from them. So we had to get lucky to find like channels like mine who are like not just me, like I learned it from other people too. I'm not trying to suck my own dick, you know. But like the only chance we can get of finding this stuff healthy is when we find it on the internet, like when we find it cool, you know. So like, what is my story? How did I find out, you know, about self-improvement? I'm gonna tell it like real quick. So I was basically just like randomly scrolling. I was trying to find, like, I remember, like I wanted to, I was like really socially awkward person, you know. I was like 15, you know, that was like 15, when I was 15, that was like 3-4 years ago. And what I did, no, 16, sorry, 3 years ago. What I did was, like I was really awkward with people. Like I would say hi to a person, just, you know, a random person on the street, like stranger. And if I had like this voice crack, I would always think they think I'm gay, you know. I mean, that's kind of extreme stuff, but extreme example. But yeah, I was like, it was like that bad, you know. So I was just like going through YouTube. I was scrolling. I was trying to find a good video, and I just stumbled upon this guy, Hamza Ahmed. Like everything basically I learned it was from him. And he, you know, he talks about like masculinity in men, how young people and people in general should like behave, what they should do. Like he was also like in bad. He also did all the bad habits. Like he was even worse than me. I was just like eating bad food, scrolling, played video games, watching movies, all this blah blah blah. I was never a drinker or like alcohol, so I never did drugs, but I did those bad stuff. Like he did all of the bad habits, and he went and he improved himself, and he's making videos a lot like me. But anyways, like I stumbled upon that guy, and I was just then started to get interested myself, because here's the problem. Like when my parents told me, like always, like before that, when they told me like you should stop playing video games, and I'm thinking like, nah, there's just adult stuff, not playing video games, you know. And but as soon as they found out like on the internet they're saying it's good, like it's cool, you should like, you're gonna be like badass, you're gonna be like healthy person, you can like have people would like you more, and whatever, you would have more self-respect. Like when it comes to other guy like out of the internet, then it's a total different story. You listen to him, like most of the cases, of course. So like basically the best you know, the best way we get of young people like us getting onto self-improvement if they see it by themselves, you know. They see themselves like how to improve in life, because other way around, there's like the people who like encourage you to do bad habits, you know those video game losers, you know what I'm talking about. And you know, but the biggest problem is right now that most of the people who do healthy stuff, there's very little of them on YouTube compared to like, I'm saying YouTube as an example, by the way, like on all the social platforms, there's very little amount of people who like do that stuff. And of course now the numbers are increasing, but like most of the people who are like famous are for, you know, playing video games, encouraging doing bad habits, like, and people look up to them and they think they're cool, you know. It's cool to play video games and stuff, and that's how we got like those people, you know. Remember those guys who like laugh at me because of sponging the bag, you know. We found that cringe nowadays. Like if I tell people, oh my god, I'm meditating, people my age, of course, like older generation is like kind of other way around, you know. they're more respecting. They would say, oh, it's cool. There are people. If you say to someone young, they would like say, oh my god, that's cringe. Oh my god, Goran's meditating. Look at this loser. You know. And then I'm sorry, that's cringe. But you know what I'm trying to say, like people are just people are just like you know, getting down from the internet because they're getting influenced by those people who think it's like it's so cool. Like also we're getting encouraged by our, like I said, like most of our teachers are unhealthy and they say like you should live life, you know, YOLO bro, YOLO. And what that basically means is like just enjoy your life, but they doing wrong kind of enjoyment. They're like the enjoyment is alcohol, drug. I'm not talking about everybody, of course, like, but you know, people who say YOLO usually just like, oh, live through your life, like alcohol, drugs, video games, movies, just like. But the thing is, like, you probably notice that if you're down this road too, like people doing those bad habits is not fun. Like when I go out, look, okay, when I go out and I don't know, go to training, I feel good about it. But imagine if I after that I went to play video games, like when I go home or something, I would feel so bad about myself. Like I already did, like I was in a rut, you know. People, you can watch that video, like I made it like a few months ago. I was in a rut, and I remember, and now that I'm like back to my old habits, like I'm talking about the good ones, you know, I'm training every day, I'm feeling healthy, I meditate, I read books. That's what's fun actually. But once you go into the bad habits, even though you're not having fun, you would say it's fun, like cause like, but once you're like that's for the people who already did good habits. They not find the stuff fun, but they know it's addicting. But for the people who are like, you know, people who never did but good habits, you know, the guy who like plays video games for 12 hours a day, he thinks that's fun. But once you're like out of that like paradox, you stop doing that, and let's say like. Some guy usually play video games every day, you know, for like 12 hours. He starts going to the gym, he stops doing those bad habits, and let's say he does it for like 5-6 months, then he go back to the old habits of like playing video games and just having fun. That's like he would feel even worse because he knows that it's not healthy to life, you know. Oh, look at this puddle, guys, I'm gonna jump over it. Okay, this is gonna be fun. Fuck. Oh, that was good. You see, that was kind of fun. I'm sorry I had to do that. But anyways, that's like my kind of rant about, you know, bad habits. How our generations find like bad habits kind of cool. You like, yo, you know. And good habits are like, look at that loser, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at this guy, like, Anki's playing Anki's like training kickboxing before GTA 6. Oh! You know? But, even when you saw those people, you just ignore them. That's kind of, I know it's hard, yeah, I know it's hard, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Anyways, if you want to join my community, it's down in the pinned comment. You can join there, it's on like €50. And I'll see you there. I hope you guys have a good day.